Now, this is a fairly obnoxious segment that we do on the Young Turks, if I were Obama. So, for Christ's sake, get a spine and fight back is generally the essence of this segment every single time, right? Now, in this case, it's about Obamacare. And this is the scandal where President Obama tried to get health care for everybody. Now, look, I've got my own problems with how they did it, including what I'm about to tell you, that they didn't do the public option. They should have, and I'm going to show you why they should have in a second. But it's not the end of the world. It's not, as the Republicans claim, some sort of equivalent to the Iraq War, which is insane and laughable, right? So if I was the president, I would say, hey, I misstated that position a little bit. Not every healthcare company is going to make the decision that you can keep your plan. They're going to have to offer you a better one, okay? That's what I would have said, and I would have said, now next, we're moving on. And the Republicans, of course, wouldn't have wanted to move on. They would have insisted, oh my God, you didn't say it exactly right. And then here's what I would do. I would say, okay, great. You know what? You're right. Because some of the premiums are higher than they used to be. That's a fair point. So let me offer you two constructive solutions. One is, you remember how we got rid of that public option to appease you Republicans? Turns out the public option would lower prices, which is what you say you want now. Great. Let's bring it back. Then the Republicans would go, wait a minute now, wait a minute. I didn't mean that. So let me tell you why. Now, the public option, according to the CBO, that's the Congressional Budget Office, totally nonpartisan, say, in the Congressional Budget Office's estimation, premiums for the public plan would be between 7% and 8% lower on average during the 2016 to 2023 period than the premiums for private plans offered in the exchanges. Boom, lower premiums. I'd go out there, I'd do a press conference on this. I'd be like, I'm so glad the Republicans raised this issue because I told you we needed the public option in there. In fact, do you know what the Congressional Budget Office said we would save in that period of time if we had the public option? $158 billion. Great! Hey, Republicans, this is a win-win for you. We make lower premiums and we lower the deficit. I'm sure you agree, right? I mean, that's the substance of your complaint, right? The premiums are too high in the new plans. I got a great idea for you. Let's do this. No, we can't. Oh, no, the private companies can suck off of you and take all the profits for themselves then. It would be the government doing it without the marketing and all the extraordinary pay we're giving to the healthcare CEOs and the lobbyists. We can't do that. Go ahead, make that argument. I'm bringing the public option back. I'm bringing sexy back. All right, furthermore, they explain premiums would be reduced both because the public plan would be one of the lowest cost plans available in many areas, and because adding a low-cost option would increase the competitive pressure on private plans, leading them to decrease their premiums. That's a win-win for everybody. Understand, that's not government-run healthcare. It's not government doctors. It's not like the VA, which, by the way, is government doctors, et cetera, right? This is simply government insurance. Then you go get it from your private doctor, the actual treatment, right? It's just a lower price because of the reasons that are stated here. So there should be no reason why Republicans should be against it. It's just an option. If you don't want the government-run insurance, well, you take your private insurance. That's clearly better because of the free market. We're just giving people another option. By the way, during the healthcare debates, public option would test often almost exclusively in the 60 to 70% range. Oftentimes, a majority of Republicans would be in favor of it because it's another option. Okay? Now, of course, the Republican politicians despise it because they get paid by the CEOs of those companies to make sure that all the profit goes to them. And Firedog Lake explains our position back then, too, as they explain the CBO report. By not including a public option, Democrats effectively decided to force individuals to pay unnecessarily high premiums, and now it has come back to bite them. In other words, we told you. We told you. In fact, I'm pretty sure I did a segment back then saying if I were Obama, I would have put a public option in there. And now it looks like that's what he desperately needs, but it's not too late. By the way, I would say to the Republicans, hey, listen, you're concerned about those premiums, but you don't want a public option. And you say, hey, that's, it'll take some time and effort to set it up. I mean, we might have to have a website. Very dangerous stuff. Don't worry, even easier for you. For anyone who wants in, you can go into Medicare. Now, Medicare is enormously popular. above 80% in popularity. In fact, above 80% saying don't cut it under any circumstances. You want to do that? Republicans will be like, no. I'll tell you what the real plan should have been, by the way, instead of this incredibly complicated Affordable Care Act. It should have been Medicare for all. You want in? Great. You don't want in? That's all right. Keep your private insurance, do whatever you like. You don't have to change the plans at all. I'm just giving you a Medicare option. Oh, there's nothing the Republicans would hate more. And then what have you done? You've shifted the debate. Then all of a sudden, the Republicans are on the defense saying, no, 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 don't give me Medicare, don't give me a public option. And I'll be like, no, no, go ahead. Complain about higher premiums one more time. I dare you. Say it one more time. Now that's how you play politics. That's how you play hardball. But unfortunately, for most of Obama's terms, it's not the kind of ball he's been playing.